Provided with info relating to Royal Traders. They use periodic, do purchases and trading accounts. So for me, I think it's always easier to do both of them all together instead of separate. Okay, so I go do purchases. Purchases is all about my stock and the trading account. I go put my format, opening stock, purchases, carriage on purchases, customs, profit and loss, sales, closing stock. And you must do this within a few seconds that you have more time left to do the actual work. Let me make it a bit smaller that you can see. Okay, purchases. So then we start. Trading stock, 1st of January. So that's my opening stock. Can I ask, are you guys better with what goes where after yesterday? Yes. Okay. Sales is 890. Debtors allowance, 25. Purchases, 560. Carriage on purchases, 19. Carriage on sales, don't put in. Customs, 17. So it means these people are importing. Advertising, also don't put in. Other operating expenses, don't put in. Why? Because they don't have any influence on my inventory value. Right. So here we go. Goods costing 4.5 were received on credit. So creditors control 4.5 because now my stock is increasing. A debtor returns goods. Does it have any influence on purchases? No. Ne? Because we don't do cost of sales. But does it have an influence on sales? Yes. So less 2.8. Royal Traders, that's us, return damaged goods to the suppliers. So that makes my purchases less. What is it? 6.2. The owner took stock for personal use, and I always use the cost price, ne? What is it? 12.5. Stock on hand, the end of the year, is closing stock. Royal Traders also did this following. Transport stock to customers is carriage on sales. Ignore that. Transport of stock from suppliers is carriage on purchases. 3.5. The owner donates goods, cost 5.8. Anybody who had a problem with any of these amounts that want me to explain? Are we sharp? So now we close off. So purchases we close off to the trading account by balancing, and it gives me what? You cannot tell me I have this wrong. How much? 5? So 540,000. Take it to the trading account. Carriage on purchases is now 22.5. Customs 17. Sales is how much? 8.6. Like that. Okay. Can I move up purchases? So now I close off to profit and loss, and that gives me what? 400. Okay. Is everybody fine? No problems. So now they ask me, next question. Calculate cost of sales. Now I've got one of two ways I can do that. I'm going to move up purchases so that you can see what I do here. So the first one, I know sales less cost of sales gives me gross profit. They want me to calculate cost of sales. So if I take my sales less X gives me the gross profit. I can calculate cost of sales. And how much would that be? Okay, now, the other way I could do it is I can say my opening plus my purchases plus my carriage plus my customs less my closing, and that should also give you 574,800. Okay, either methods would work. Question. They asked me calculate the profit markup. So the profit markup is gross profit on cost of sales times 100. So the gross profit is 287,400. The cost of sales 574,800 times 100. Does it give me 100%? 50%. 50%. Okay. Oh yeah, of course. 100 would be the same. 50%. Everybody show. Can you see in paper 2, because this is paper 2 work, can you see in paper 2, they would love to still ask you ratios, specifically the ratios that's got to do with the debtors, the creditors, and the stock. Okay. Next one. Royal Traders is concerned about high transport costs. Provide two ways to solve the problem. Now that transport is in and out. So how can you solve the problem? Source local goods. Transport would be because now obviously they are doing, why he's saying that, is they've got customs. And customs is immediately an indication for you that they are importing goods. And if they are importing goods, where do they need to fetch the goods? At the harbor, right? Very few imported goods are flown in. Most is shipped in. So now you need to transport it from the harbor to the shop, which already lifts your costs a lot. So what he's saying is source local goods, because then you're going to save on that transport from the harbor to the shop. Okay? What else can we do? Yes?
You can better optimize your delivery routes to make it more.
Okay, you can optimize. So I would not say delivery routes, not roads. Yeah. Yeah, I heard wrong. You must optimize your delivery routes. Not wortels, not carrots. Routes. Like in how the... Oh, that was funny. My word. Okay, you must optimize your delivery routes. Now he's talking specifically if you deliver to clients, ne? So what does he mean? He means first wait to see who your customer deliveries is for the next day before you plan your routes of delivery. Don't tell this guy you're going to deliver at 10 if you don't know what your other deliveries are. Because now once you've got all your deliveries, you can see, oh, you've got 7 people in the area of Pretoria North. So we're going to first do that 7, and then we're going to drive to Pretoria East, for instance. Okay? What else can you do? How can you make your transport cost less? Well, you can stop delivering to clients. You don't have to deliver to clients. Or you can up the price of delivery. You wanted to say? That. You can start buying products from suppliers closer to your shop. What is the easiest answer that all of us forgot about? The easiest answer for a question like this. Huh? Personal use is not part of this. No. If it's cheaper, she's scared of the cost of deliveries. So now if you say cheaper deliveries, it means you want to ask the people less. But you are on the right track. Both. They're just talking transport, so it's either way. That's it. So, for carriage on purchases, get a new, look for a cheaper transport company. Ne? Well done. Okay, Roomba stores expected a markup of 80% on cost, but only received 58%. Supplied 2 reasons why he did not get the intended markup. Now remember, what is changing? The cost price can't change. What is changing? The sales price. So, too much discounts. So you say too much discounts. You can't say return goods because we don't keep track of cost of sales. That's it. Incorrect marking of goods.
Then could you also say that the bookkeeper wasn't informed about some transactions? For example, like...
No, I get what you're saying, but how's that going to influence your markup? Because, okay, certain transactions, most of the times that is addressed in your adjustments. So I would rather say the bookkeeper, when you want to say we're not informed about some transactions, rather say some sale transactions were not recorded. Say rather that. Anybody else? I think we've covered it. No. And now he is considering changing to perpetual. How will this system benefit him? Oh, there's just one sentence. Better control over stock. Okay?